Does that look like your gameplay? Well, if it does, I have a video for you guys, and that is Noobs Mistakes, right? This is basically about what mistakes you make and why it makes you look like you're a beginner at this game. Yes, I will make a video about beginners in the future, but that will be when the game comes out and actually produces an update. I will be making a beginner's guide for people who will be returning or beginning the game, just because there's not really many new players here, so I don't really have to make a beginner's guide, but I will be making a guide for people that do this. Okay, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see tenacity or resolute defense or resolute survival on your build. I want to see mind reader, penetrating eye, or impassion and resolute attack like on Silverfang. So I want to talk about builds real quick and how you can identify which ones are which. These are mainly for people who just reached Merit 16 and need a boost because the fights are insanely difficult. So, skill list, or sorry, we're going to, skill list and potential. You will see it says Composed Mind. That means he's a composure breaker. If you see Crazy Battle, that means he is a passion character. If you see Crisis Detonation, that means he's a negative damage character. And if you see Sharp Eye, that means he or she is a critical hit character. So, what makes them different? Well, it's what their buffs are, right? They have different buffs, so there's different builds that you want to use to utilize these buffs. For example, Genos, okay? Genos is a positive crit character, so I have Mind Reader and Penetrating Eye. You probably know what these do. This makes the crit rate higher, and this makes the crit damage higher, right? Then, you want to also have, of course, his character's ability card, right? Or his, what do you call it? Their character affix, exclusive affix. You want to get these because they will give you an insane buff because they are only used for Genos. For example, if I use Cyborg of Justice Genos, I can only equip it on him. I can't equip it on, let's say, this Genos, right? He has his own card for that. So, there is that, and that's what you want to run. But then there's also his buffing, which is Raid Break, right? Which makes him a breaker character. He is the only character in the game, or one of the only characters in the game that you want to put Raid Break on. That being because, yes, it reduces his, reduces composure on the bosses and does more composure damage, but it gives you a buff in attack, 45% to be exact, right? So if I go to gameplay and I go to skill list, then potential, 45% of attack you gain equal to your composure reduction. So 45 of my total composure reduction stat will be boosted into my attack. If I remove Raid Break, he will lose attack. If I add Raid Break onto him again, then he will gain attack once more. So that's something you need to keep in mind. So, moving on, we have negative crit characters like Metal Knight. You want to be running, of course, Impassion and Resolute Attack, as well as his card. Now, you probably know what these do. These boost your attack, this lowers your crit, and it boosts your attack. And then, of course, if you want Resolute Rage, this can help, but only if you have it as a spare. Same thing with attacks, as if you have any spare affix slots left over, you want to use them on Impassion to boost their damage, not Resolute Attack, because that lowers your negative, or lowers your crit hit. So, like, for example, Tatsumaki, I did Penetrating Eye, Mind Reader, and then I slotted in Impassion after that. After I've done all of these. Except for this one, I had to take away to get a little bonus. So, there you have it. There's Metal Knight negative crit, and there's a positive crit build guide. I hope you guys won't mess up and use Resolute Attack or Resolute Defense, Resolute Survival, and of course, Tenacity. Now, there is a reason that I don't want you guys to use that, and that's because this game is themed around damage, okay? If we go to simulations, there's going to be a timer on the thing, and this goes for urgent commissions as well. There will be a time challenge. For example, normal test, I go to the last one. It says you have to kill him in under 3 minutes, within 3 minutes. That means defense isn't going to help you there, right? Attack is, because you have to kill the boss faster, not survive it, right? And Obviously, attack is better because you have to kill the boss, right? And if you kill the boss faster, you save time, rather than being in a fight with it for like half an hour and then finally killing him just to gain a little rewards, right? You can get so much more done if you have a higher attack stat rather than using defense. Now this may change if you get a character like maybe Darkshine, where he gets an attack boost if you have more defense, but that is yet to be in the game, so I will be basically sharing knowledge with you as of the game right now. The game in the state right now. So that's about the builds and what you can do wrong with builds, because that is the first main issue, okay? That is the first out of 3 main issues that I have with you guys that you guys aren't doing. So, the second one is, of course, merit farming, right? Merits, they are huge in this game. They do a lot for you. They do basically boost your stats. See, I have 16. But there are some that are lower, and it's really hard to boost them up because they just kind of, you know, they just don't really do much for you at the time. So what can you do except just wait around and hopefully they go up? Well, you can merit farm. So you should ideally have 4 of different types. For example, if I'm farming merit 14, I should have lightning max. Do I have any more? Okay, let's do rank 13. If I am farming rank 13 commissions, I should have Moomin Rider, right? Because he's morale. Snek, because he's overpower, and also because he's rank 13. Fubuki, and then of course Golden Ball, or not Golden Ball, Lily, because they're all different typing, right? So whatever drop you get, you're guaranteed one for any one of those. Now this is good because you're gonna need these and these drops from the merit commissions over here. You will get them from these ones, and these ones will never despawn. These permanent ones over here, here they are, merit 13. These will definitely help you when you're grinding, but since they're in a gold category, you're guaranteed one of these, and that's not what you want. You don't want one of these, right? And the reason you don't want one of these is because you've been grinding for so long, you probably have these by now, and they're universally used, so they're way easier to get and accumulate, rather than these, where they're spread amongst your characters, right? So these are hard to get, these ones not so really, but what you can do is the smaller gray ones will not actually give you this. They'll guarantee one of these, which is what you want if you're grinding merit, because you're usually stuck on these ones. You can actually go down to credits and go over here, and you'll see these ones. These ones guarantee it, and you get a ×2 right here for 24. If I do this one, a gray one, or sorry, a blue one, you will get a ×2, but for 24, but there's a chance of this. So there's actually better drop rates if you go over here and do these ones right here that aren't actually associated with loot. These credit ones are actually better for loot than the loot ones itself, if that makes any sense. Not only that, but you get bonuses of course, gold credits, or the gold category of credits, and I guess EXP chips. You can also do these with EXP cards and memory chips, same deal. You can get these, and these give you better rewards, as you can see, than this one, because they'll fuck with your odds if you do these ones. But again, these ones are still good as they are. I'm just saying if you want a slight edge, you can go for these 3 and try to search for some gray loot commissions. They can actually really help when it comes to building your team. Now, one more thing is dodging. I want you guys to zoom around the map, and I'll show you guys in a bit. Right here, I'm going to go fight Pluton, and I'm going to be using a guy that benefits from dodging, like Saitama. If you dodge and then attack, it will actually give you a different attack that will help you and deal more damage. So I'm not even going to attack. Basically, Pluton's going to do a slash right here. I can just dash around the map before he even attacks, and he's targeted onto me, as you can see, right? So let's see, let's get his attention again. See, he's targeting onto me. I can actually move before he attacks, and he'll completely miss his attack. Okay, that didn't really work. Let's try again. Okay, he's attacking someone else now. I gotta actually damage him for him to do something. Let's go. Okay, so as I'm damaging Pluton, you can actually move out of the way before he attacks. You don't have to dodge his attack. For example here, he's gonna attack, I just move out of the way. Okay, that didn't work. I can dodge the tornado attack without even like dodging. I'm basically, instead of dodging it, I'm moving out of the way. And this helps, like I can move out of the way before he attacks. See, it's not giving me that accurate dodge. Because I'm not dodging his attack, I'm moving out of the way. This helps when you're basically trying to just, you're not good at timing. You can just attack before him, right? As you can see, Genos Stinger died because they didn't use this strat, and because the AI is stupid. And me right now, I am completely still alive with a third of my HP because, you know, I'm using this strategy here that completely makes it easy and skillless to survive. Right there you can see I'm alive, my teammates aren't, and they're all 6 feet underground. And you can really tell, like, even though I dodged, I still got the same frag as them, and I didn't even attack that much, right? So that's what can keep you alive, and that's what will carry you for team commissions. Because a lot of the time, people do a lot of damage and they die. It's actually good to do less damage and survive, kind of, to an extent. But you just want to be mindful that you're not just dying out, right? Because once you're dead, you can't do anything more with the team. So you want to make sure your damage is worth it, right? So yeah, you just want to dodge and move around the map. Use your dodge not only to dodge and evade attacks, but also before they attack and to move around the map, because they can give you a huge sprint boost. So I think it's actually better to do that. Okay, so those are my 3 tips. I talked about basically the affixes, building them, where to get them from simulations, right? Also, I talked about commissions and how to get good loot, actually good loot, when you're going back and building on characters like that are not completely maxed merit yet. And then I also talked about what you can use to actually use your dodge properly and completely get the maximum value out of it. Because people are just wasting the stamina on their dodge. They're kind of just waiting till it maxes out and not doing anything. But when it maxes out, you can just completely run everywhere and basically confuse the boss. So, those are 3 tips I talked about, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. Again, not really beginner oriented, but I will be making a more beginner oriented guide, like I said, if you know, this game actually gets revived. But now that you made it down to, of course, the last moments in the video, I ask you guys to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, or if you've enjoyed any of my content previously. Anyways, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.